Hello everyone and welcome to our number 2 video of Astro's Playroom and the final one. This was the last level I did, I think. So basically I recorded the first one I did and the last one I did. So all the footage here will be from this last one. And more of the same, really. That's what we've got. More PlayStation memories kind of thing, more fake rings to collect, as close to Sonic as they could possibly get it, and of course a lot of fun. I think they definitely excelled at that. Don't have any complaints about that whatsoever. It's a pretty fun and cute game. With those little puzzles, things that you kind of have to pay attention to collect. Sadly, we can't properly hit our other lookalikes, because I like to make them, you know, fall off, but you can hit them as much as you want, and sadly, nothing happens. Oh, that's a shame. Well, other than that, it's good, you know, they're all having fun. They don't seem to care about anything, not a war in a world. But we're obviously smarter than them, so we actually have a mission. This bit was kind of unexpected, really, when I got there and just got blown away. That was kind of fun. And this was even weirder. I get hit by a can. I get annoyed, but I get a trophy. I was like, ooh, wait, what? So that was cool. I think I had one of these on the first level, but I forgot how to use them for a brief second. I was just gonna go straight and then I realized, wait, there are things on there to collect, so we're gonna go here and then we're gonna go back there. Just trying not to get hit by those damn things. Trigger this checkpoint in case we die. And ah, no! It's muddy. We walk slow. I don't like being there. That was quite really weird. At the time. Yeah, that's English, I think. And the little skeleton there on the side is actually also caught my eye. I needed to kill these buggers before I could go back. So I tried to go up the hill here and now you just slide away. It's like the end of the first level when you get to the ice. Just knock him out. Knock his head off, he just grabs his head and puts it back. Just quite funny. More little puzzles that I didn't quite realize at the time what they were. Trying to avoid this. Trying to trigger this thing to destroy it. Pull that, which is quite obvious. And then I thought it was... I did find this checking a little bit weird when I didn't think of it. Obviously that it all made sense, like shit, we've got a timer, so just gotta do it again and just be quick about it, or at least not be slow about it. I don't think you have to necessarily be quick, just don't be too slow. These bloody clouds, I don't know why they like blowing it so much. Yeah, this poor guy is holding on for dear life and we get a hit again. But no more trophies for that, unless it was trophy for like getting hit multiple times. Another one holding for their life on a tree. The timing of that was impeccable. Doesn't look like a lot of rain, but it is rainy, and we got an automatic umbrella, which I think is kind of cool. I need one of those. Somebody give me an Astro helmet and I'll buy it. The tree shakes but cannot be destroyed. We can train our boxing skills against the tree, and unfortunately it doesn't go anywhere. These little buggers to destroy, and then there's a lot of water over there. We get rid of this bugger and then pick up those. I guess the irrigation system there is, I suppose that's what it's designed for. Keep the water. Fly! That didn't work out very well. avoid these buggers are so annoying. They just jump at you, kamikaze style. I didn't want back to take them out because I didn't feel like letting them live. Yahoo! And that one is a bit more annoying. I wasn't sure if it hit the water, if it like thrown electricity to it or whatever, but it doesn't look like it, so could have just knocked it out. Little birdie here having fun. I did find this very cute as well. There's like a little Astro friend there just tickling with it and then, or playing with him, and then falls and the bird just brings it back up again and stays on the loop. Just kind of fun. And here this is not gonna work, so we're gonna have to find a high platform to go there and rise up. Woo! Probably should have destroyed that thing at the time, really. Instead. But from here we can go back. I wasn't sure at the time, but it did prove to be right. Sadly we can't go see the bird over there, as far as I know. Yoo-hoo! These ones are quite annoying as well. Not as annoying as the other kamikaze ones, because these ones are slower. A proper ailing down here. I don't think our umbrella should be holding against the hail, but you know, never know. Nearly went wrong on that, but managed to get it fine. And then the last one for this little bit. And we get another one of the artifacts, I think, on top of this. I like looking around there, make sure not to lose anything, but the obvious place to go was there. I was just wondering, oh, that looks a bit violent. Did we get hurt or something? But no, we just get free coins and see Astro scream like a little baby. Onto the memory meadow. Not my favorite level, this one. I still enjoyed it, but not as much as the others. I found it quite annoying, and you'll find out pretty soon why. Not because of that, it's just because I'm a moron. You. We get to turn into another suit sort of thing, but not like the previous ones. Well, I think I've only showed you guys the monkey one. But here we become a ball. Which at first I thought, oh, this is cool. It turned out not to be so cool. But very annoying. But still interesting. Props for that. It is pretty well done. Just annoying to me. I wonder how speedrunners will find these levels, being a bloody ball. They probably love it, to be honest. Like, doing this at speed, like, I went back to try it again and I just can't do it. I just can't turn it up. I'm sure with practice you'd be fine, but I wasn't gonna stay here repeating all sorts of levels. What the hell is that flying monster thing? And we get the others when we missed the big one, so we go back. That one gives us more points. Then we get some mud as well. We get our ball all dirty. My bad. You can go that way, which is like the easy way. I don't see any coins though, so if you take the hard way, you always get better rewards. And here I think I had to repeat it 2 or 3 times, or 3 or 4 times, because I kept failing. Not to mention that bit to go up before we get here. That was a bit annoying as well. And that's all it was. That's why I didn't keep the footage, because it wasn't actually entertaining. It was just annoying. And here is one of those levels that you kind of have to go back and just take a different route so that you can collect all the puzzle pieces and potentially even artifacts in some parts, which I didn't bother doing. This was weird as well. I was not expecting having to blow into the blowing at the mic or at the controller to set the fans off in order to progress through a level. So that was puzzling and entertaining at the same time. It was a pleasant surprise, I guess. And we had to do some blowing there again to get those clouds to appear. And this is one of the places where you can clearly see that you've got two paths and you never know which one is right, because one of them might get you to the next level kind of thing, which means you've left some places behind. And here I died because I should have gone before. Eventually I did do it right to come all the way here to get an artifact. Something I didn't know existed: PS1 LCD monitor. A flipping genius. So that was cool to see. I had never seen that before. And then we could actually go back. It was one of those places where kind of took the right decision. So we can now go take the other route, which I did die here once, in order to progress towards the end of the level. You can see that puzzle there, I had already picked it up, and this is where I had died the first time I had come here, by these annoying little things. Woo! And we get electricity coming down like the Flash, but we ain't the Flash, so we'll try to be as quick as we can getting through it though. And we get these annoying little buggies here waiting for us. We'll try not to go off the platform. Here I tried to go quick, but I was too slow, unfortunately. And I went to another realm. It was simple enough. Do it again, we know what we're doing, we can speed through it. It's quite easy to see how much faster you can go through the levels, even by just each time you die, how quick you can get to where you were before. So definitely a game for speedrunners. I think they will love this game. Woohoo! Here though, kinda have to memorize where they were hitting, because the order wasn't quite straight up. But we did just about get it done. And here again we have a couple of choices. I believe I died here. Yeah. Not the most obvious death. I thought I would. I had kind of avoided that one side, but still, never mind. Let's go get our thingies. And this flying buzz, annoying little shit, just stays around us all the time. We didn't stay still long enough for it to attack us again. I did also die here a good 3 times at least. But eventually did it. And this is one of the places where we made the wrong decision. We got to the next level, so there were bits there that we didn't do. And I decided to try. It's like, okay, I can see the robot. I think this was the one we saw. It's crashing its hours last time on the last video? Or was it earlier on these levels? I can't remember. I know there was a robot at some point that was just there in the distance, scratching itself. And even though you can see that the arm is still underneath, you just die if you go through that pink poison, pink clouds, which appear to be poison since we died, I guess, because we couldn't have died from the fall, surely. Anywho, you get what I mean. We got to be literally a pinball, which was fun, and this was one of the most annoying parts of these main levels. Controlling the freaking ball on ice. It was such a pain. And if I was trying to speed run this, I'm pretty sure I would have smashed the controller. Like on this one here, this is the run that I managed to eventually do it. Just about, as you can see there and there. But I failed this about 7 or 8 times. This was by far the little bit in the game that I failed the most. It was so annoying. But I got there. I think there is, you don't have to come this way, I think you can go straight ahead, but you do lose some rewards. So the most difficult paths that you take normally tend to give you the best rewards, like artifacts and that. And here we discover the DualShock controller. Still probably my favorite PlayStation controller. I think it's the one that I had the least problems with. Maybe it was that far ago, but I'm sure it was. I think I only owned one or two of those controllers over the years that I had the PS1. So it must have been that good. And I don't recall drift issues. And this was kind of cool as well, and we get another artifact at the end of it. Another thing I didn't know it existed, so the Pocket Station, but as you can see they're big in Japan, so that kind of makes sense. Here in the West, or at the time I was probably still in Portugal. I don't recall seeing that anywhere. Maybe some rich kid had it or whatever, but around my circles, don't recall anyone that had it, or even mentioned it. And we get to the end of the level, which is kind of cool, all these TVs with the PlayStation 1 logo. Probably still my favorite logo as well, potentially. PS1 and PS2 I think they were the coolest. And we do get the one that I owned, the PlayStation 1. Or as it was called at the time, just PlayStation, because it was the only one. And then the PS1 was the smaller version. I did smash that console quite hard. And we're back to the machine. I forgot the name of this machine. As we got a whole bunch of points. I think this is all the points that I got between the first level, which I added on last video, all the way to the last one. I get some trophies on the way. Which that one is because it's got the PlayStation trophies literally. I think that's why it was made to be a trophy. So I don't know if you get it if it doesn't drop. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. A shark in an aquarium. Okay. Oh, these gold ones, as I found out, and we get the PlayStation 4. And the gold ones are the ones that will give you an artifact. I'm not sure if I had figured that the first time I did it. This is the PS1 I had just mentioned. A mate of mine had one of those. The rest of everyone I had the original, even though there were two versions for the original, because one of them could be hacked or something. You could play pirated discs on it. Which yeah, the one I did couldn't do that. My mate had one that it could do that. This is another thing I don't know existed, or didn't know existed. The PSP GPS receiver. I've never heard of that. Even though one of my nephews had a PSP for a while. That is the PSP, the PSP Go. I don't know if I managed to unlock any other PSPs. So that was a decent device too. What else did we get here? The PS4 Pro, which is still a pretty damn good console. Obviously the best of the last generation. And we get the Gacha Maniac, which, yeah, I mean, most of the people watching this channel, they're familiar with gacha games, mostly from my Naruto games gameplay, so yeah, it was quite funny to get the trophy. The PS2 PlayStation PS2 network adapter is something I believe I had heard of, but I've completely been wiped off my memory. So when I saw this, I was like, hold on, don't recall this, but then kind of recalled it. And we got to the end. We used all our goodies. And that's the extra puzzle and items that we get in our PlayStation lab. I would have liked to finish the PS3, but that would not happen. There is one item that I want to get, which is a PlayStation Vita. I need to find what it is. I need to find which area in the game to get it. And that's really the last thing I want. I did get one of the discs for the PS Vita, but not the Vita itself. Once I get that, I'll be pretty happy. I will definitely not be trying to get a platinum on this game. And I've got most of the biggest things here. We got the PS2, PS3, PS4, PSP. Not sure if you got one or two of the PSPs. I didn't have the PS5 there. Though at the time I wasn't even thinking about it, really. So there we get the last symbol. And we finally unlock that beast. And whatever the hell. It obviously sounded like a beast from the noises, and so it turned out to be, as we'll find out later in the video. Pretty cool as well. And this is where we make our way to it, which always takes me a while to find the underground bit. And everyone is here looking at it, all excited. 2020 to 1994. 1994 throwback. Now this made me think that there will be other throwbacks, but sadly there isn't. This is the map, so this is the bit where I need to find where the PS Vita is, and hopefully I can just go there and do that level and find the Vita. I just need to web search what the item is, because I don't want to redo all the levels and stuff. Even though there are bits that I know I missed, I don't think I'll have the patience for that. I've got a lot of games to play, so don't really want to be repeating things. But the Vita I will try to get. This is pretty cool. I didn't get the hint here. So PS1 Demo 1. It is a classic. But I didn't really know what was coming. Also, that's bullshit. I don't remember pressing that button to shut the thing. We have to shut it manually, but okay, fine. Zobi. Get around to the disc. And more memory card steps, sort of thing. And we arrive at this platform. Very PS1 looking, isn't it? Definitely. And oh boy, this is when I realized it. Yes, the 1994 Demo 1 T-Rex tech demo. Pretty cool. That's nostalgia at its best. Yahoo! That was amazing. Now I'm not gonna show the whole thing, obviously. There is more to it after this, but I don't wanna show everything. It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty amazing actually. It felt quite weird, quite surreal at the time, because I was not expecting that at all. And this is how the credits are presented to you. Again, pretty funny, pretty imaginative. I think that's the word. Definitely a lot of work was put into this game, and it's an absolute. I don't know if I'd call it a masterpiece, but definitely a great game. That is, anybody getting the PS5 gets the game with it. And there's absolutely no reason why you should not play it. Everyone should play it. Modeling. Trying to get as many golden letters as we could to get the gold coins. I don't know if you actually get hit by one of those if you die. I don't know if you can even get hit by one of them. Didn't really try. Maybe I should have. Okay, we got Jamie. Yeah, we got Jamie. Not sure how I didn't die there. Again, maybe we can't die here, or maybe I was just lucky. Ooh, we get that attack there by a few. Thank you for playing. Oh, you are very welcome. You're very welcome. Took me a while to get playing the game, since my controller wasn't even working when I first set up the bloody console, but it's fine. Got there in the end. And even on the actual credits themselves, they've put some work in. It's just not the boring, not as simple as the boring credits we get in most video games. So they actually, in between certain parts of the credits, they actually put some messages there, which I did find it quite entertaining. Like for example, there, hanging there, 1000 cool points for you. And I believe there were others as well that I just didn't keep for the final video. And here towards the end. Phew, that was a lot of people. Thank you everybody. Which obviously will be us, that they will thank the players. So you're welcome, Sony. Thanks for the decent game. And they didn't quite finish there. We had one more thing to do. We had some more artifacts to get, and you can probably guess which artifacts they were. But anywho, I will leave it here. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, we'll see you on next game, maybe Yasuo, Naruto or something, I don't know. This will be all for my Astro footage. Thank you for watching.